Hello everyone, I'm Jay and welcome to my channel Ask Jay. Right, today we are discussing one of my worst interview experiences. Right, so as you may know, if you've been following my channel, I post most videos about finding jobs after masters and my struggle, how I found my job. Right, so I had been to 9 interviews before I landed my job, but this is the worst one. This is my fourth interview, I think it was, and this was in NHS Birmingham. Right, so I was living in Edinburgh at the time, and this I got the call, and this interview was scheduled, and they asked me to bring the passport and the driving license with me, right? So, and they said there will be a technical test as well as a verbal interview, right? So I turned up at the Birmingham and at the location, interview location, and I went in. I went into the place where the interviews are being organized, and by the time I was there was already a candidate sitting there, and I asked him about he's an Indian-looking guy as well. He was Indian-looking guy, so I asked him, "Did you do your technical test?" And he said, "Yes." Was it easy? He said, "Yes." Can you tell me what they asked? He said, "No." Right, so it didn't say what it was. So anyway, and somebody called my name and took me to the meeting room. There were 20 technical questions. I thought they were tricky, but I'll tell you the outcome in a minute. And then I came out of that room and I thought, right, okay, technical test is done, which was my weakest area. And now it's going to be HR interview, HR questions like, where do you want to be in 5 years? Why should we hire you? Daddy, daddy, da, right? And I used to think I was really good at these questions, HR questions. I can nail them. So I was called into another interview room, and as soon as I walked in, I saw I saw the interviewers. There were four people sitting across the table, right? And the head guy. So when the interview was scheduled, they gave me the name. His name was Mr. Singh. Just say I know the name, but I'll say Mr. Singh. It was an Indian name as well. I thought, okay, there is something going here, right? So I walked in and then I saw what the hell. There were four people sitting across the table, and they said, "Come and sit." And they asked me for my passport and driving license. I gave them, and they started asking questions. I think first question they asked was, "So, give me an overview of your skills and experience." That was fine. I did, and then they said, "Why should we hire you?" That's fine. Again, I answered. And then they asked me about something about, a user's PC is slow. How do you troubleshoot? I was okay. And then they asked me something else and I struggled, and something else I struggled. So every person had four questions each, and I struggled for most of the questions after, right? And at some point, I said to them, right, hey guys, you know what? Thank you for giving me this opportunity, but I don't want to waste your time. I don't think I'm able to answer any of your questions. So yeah, please give me my driving license and passport. I will go back. I'll. And they said, no, 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 no. Just it's fine. Just sit down, sit down. You came from a long way from Edinburgh to Birmingham, so maybe you're tired, maybe you're nervous, maybe you're anxious. So what you can do the least is just listen to all the questions. At least they will help you with your next interview. And I said, that's fine. So I sat down, I let them ask all the questions. I think I tried to answer one or two later on, and I don't think I have done well. So the interview finished, and that day I decided, no, this is not for me. I can't do this. By this time, I already spent 3 months solid preparing, applying for the jobs, preparing, cut down my part time job. I was only working like 16 hours a week, which was barely covering my expenses. And to add salt to the wound, I bought a wrong train ticket coming back from Birmingham. I made a separate video. You can go and watch it on my shorts, and that was like 107 pounds I need to spend immediately instantly, and that was like 25% of my monthly pay. it was bad. Everything added up, and I decided, you know what, this is not for me. So I gave up. Literally, I didn't apply for any job for next month, and instead, I actually tried to. I actually started my process to apply for a student visa for America, United States of America again. By this time, my American visa was already rejected 5 times, right? So yeah. But anyway, the technical test I did, right, when I went in and when I said, guys, you know, I want to give up, and they said, you know what, you actually did really well in the technical test, so just at least sit down and at least listen to the questions, because still remember to the day, they said I scored 13 out of 20, so I got 13 questions right, and which they thought was brilliant. You know what, 65%. You know, so yeah, that was that. That was worst my job experience and interview experience. I gave up, and then only to come back stronger a month later, you know, with all the vengeance. And then I attended like 4 interviews in just 10 days, and third interview of them was I got a job in Aberdeen. Right, that's my story. Right, I hope this doesn't happen to you. You know, prepare. The unexpected sometimes happens, but you know, there are tons of jobs, just not one. So if not this job, you will get the next job. But what you can do is, you know, put in the effort. That's in your control, right? I hope that helps somebody. Please do like and subscribe, and yeah, I wish you all the best.